students, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. Many students are requesting to solve this question. So I'm creating a video. I will solve this question now. So this question is related to the deadlock, okay? So deadlock, you already know about the deadlock, but I will revise the definition of the deadlock. So deadlock is a situation in which two or more processes are blocked or waiting, okay? So because one process holding a resource and requires another resource, right? So in that situation, the condition is called deadlock condition, right? So let's start to solve this question. So there are four processes in the system A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D enter into the system according to the arrival time. So start from the A. So I will write here like A, B, C, and D. Okay. So A process will start the execution because A process arrive at time 0. Okay. So at time 0 there were no any other process, just A process was in the system, right? So A process will start to execute. So A process will execute E. Okay, then at 1 there is no any other process in the system except A. So A will execute again. So A will execute Q. Okay, so let's see at 2. So there are another process enters into the system at 2. So B process enter it into the system at 2 and C process enter into the system at 2. So there are three processes in the system right now, A, B and C. Okay, but C has high priority. Okay, so C will execute now because C has high priority, right? So C will start to execute now. Okay, so C will execute E. C will execute E. At this time B will wait because B want to execute but B has less priority. C has high priority. Okay, so C will execute first, right? And A hold Q, but A cannot run now because A has low priority. Clear? So A will go to the waiting state. Understand up to here? Now go to the third time. So there are three processes in the system A, B and C. C will execute because C has high priority. So C will execute V. Okay. B will go to the waiting state and A will go to the waiting state. At 4, so another process enter into the system D. D process enter into the system at 4, right? So D has high priority. So D will execute now. Okay. So D will execute E. Okay. And C will go to the waiting state. B will go to the waiting state and A also go to the waiting state. At 5, there were no any other process, okay, except these four. So E will execute again by D, okay, and another process will go to the waiting state. At 6, there is no any other process, but D cannot execute Q because Q hold by the A, right? So D will go to the blocked state now. So there is three processes in the system A, B and C. So C will execute now because C has high priority 3, right? So C will execute V. Clear? So another process is still in the waiting state. At 7, D is still in waiting state because Q is not released by A. Okay. Now C has high priority, so C will execute E. Okay. And C will exit from the system. Right. So C will exit now. Another process is still in blocked in waiting state. At 8, there are three processes in the system A, B and D. D is still blocked, okay, because D requires Q and Q is held by A, right? So B has high priority now, so B will execute E. right? Again B will execute E, and B will exit from the system because B completely executed. Now there are two processes in the system, A and D. So A has less priority and D has high priority, but D is still blocked. Okay. Now A will execute. So A will execute Q. Again A will execute Q. Again A will execute Q. Okay. So at 13 A released Q, right? When A release Q, then D will start their execution because D has high priority, right? So D will start the execution at 13 and Q will execute it by 13 and A will go to the waiting state again, right? Now V is executed by D because V is free now. So V is executed by D and A will go to the waiting state. Okay, and after that E will execute by D because D has high priority. So E will execute by D and D will go out from the system. Okay, now at 16 there is just one process in the system A, and A will execute E and A will go out from the system, right? So this is a process. So which process blocked in this system? Process D is blocked from 6 to 13. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. Process D is blocked from 6 to 13, right? So you can find the waiting time for process A. So the waiting time for process A, the waiting time for process A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The waiting time for process B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The waiting time for process C is 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So because C enter into the system at 2 and C start the execution at 2, okay, but C has 2 waiting time. And what about D? D is blocked at 6 and D start the execution at 13. So 6 to 13 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 time D was blocked. Okay, so 7 time D was blocked. So this is the waiting time. You can find the average waiting time. So this is the question. I hope you all understand this question. Thank you for watching. If you have any comment, so you can write the comment. I will read the comment and I will reply to you. Okay, thank you.